What's good, everybody? Michael Hurdle here from RawGameplay.com, where the only thing we like raw is our video gameplay. And we're here in New York City. We're here with the Empire Arcadia. They're living well. They're still here. They're still going strong. We just watched the premiere of King of Chinatown. We got the exclusive look. The theater was packed. It was great. A lot of people came out to support this. I mean, let's start off with you first, TriForce. Number one. Now, I don't want to spoil it because this is an exclusive viewing that I don't want to get too deep in it. I want everybody else to experience it themselves brand new without me spoiling it. But just to touch on the movie real quick. First of all, what inspired you guys to get involved in having this film done?
Originally, when Calvin approached Justin in Chinatown, the film was based off of Justin's ability to dominate the Chinatown scene. Justin then told Calvin that he would have to meet with me to discuss on whether or not how he would use Justin's image. And I pretty much sat down with Calvin and we discussed on how we could use this opportunity to, bring a story to light that a lot of people are not, aware of. I felt that just putting some guy out who's playing video games and beating up on people in a video game tournament isn't something that's going to be digestible to mainstream. That there was more depth to a story if they looked behind the player and what he had to offer as a human being and what he did for as a profession and what he did for his family and so forth. And after having a nice little sit-down talk, talk with Calvin, that's when he decided to go with that storyline, which was more in-depth. And I felt that the story is far more entertaining. There's morals and there's values and there's lessons and principles shown in the movie than the normal cookie cutter movie. A lot of people were expecting this to be about Justin versus Daigo and Daigo beating him and and whatnot. But I felt that this movie told a story that anybody can relate to.
Well, you know what? We saw the movie. We actually watched the whole thing. It was great. Now, this film touched a lot of topics and it touched a lot of nerves, and it answered simultaneously a lot of questions that a lot of us in the gaming industry, because I'm also a Street Fighter player, I'm not as pro as you guys, but I'm definitely following behind you guys. I'm actually in tournaments and running there with you guys, and I see you guys, and we're all over the place. Now from the audience reaction, this film looked like it's been re-edited recently, because in the beginning, I don't want to spoil it too much, but you made a comment about Justin Wong betraying you. Yes. Now, can we talk about that real quick? Just give us your take, because everybody out there, Empire Arcadia right now in the gaming world is the biggest topic that everyone's talking about, even in the non-fighting community. Just regular gamers who play Halo, whatever. In the gaming world, Empire Arcadia is on everybody's lips. And I'll touch the topic about the crumble of Empire Arcadia as everybody's rumoring, and then you can clarify or confirm or tell us that we're wrong. So what about Justin Wong? I'm not even going to ask you guys, are you guys still friends? I'm going to ask that later. But during this film being made, Justin Wong was a part of the Empire. Now he's no longer part of the Empire, and he's made that clear. What do you have to say about that, TriForce?
All right. In the beginning of the creation of the film, which was in October 2008, Justin was a part of Empire Arcadia. Right now, Justin he has announced, and he has sent in a letter of his resignation to the organization. That issue is not resolved. I cannot comment any further on it because there are logistics behind it. So I cannot say if he's still in Empire Arcadia or he's no longer with Empire Arcadia. That's for the wise men to figure out. However, I will say this. A lot of people's thoughts about the Empire crumbling, people have to understand that we are not a...
I'm sorry.
People have to understand that we are not like this professional gaming team. Mm-hmm. Empire Arcadia does not have a competitive franchise to it, where right. You look at like a competitive league such as MLG, where they'll have Triggers Down or Straight Ripping, where those are franchises and there's a league attributed to the franchise. Right. We're a development company. When we go out to expos, festivals, video game events, video game tournaments, fashion shows, launch parties, whatever it may be, if there is a competition, and people want players to compete. The players represent the company brand, not the company team. The company does not have a team. And Empire Arcadia allows its players to go to other teams and be sponsored to other teams. Legacy was managed by Empire Arcadia. They were a team before they came to Empire Arcadia. Deadly Alliance, they were a team before they came into Empire Arcadia. They manage it. Mewtwo King is getting sponsorship from VVV and so forth. We have many different players who are getting sponsorship from other teams and other companies. The contracts does not ban them from going out to other teams or getting independent sponsorship. The company advises them that they should bring all deals to the table for the company so we can better negotiate their value. It is up to the player whether or not they determine if they want to negotiate the deal on their own or have the company represent them. Which you see in the movie, there was one of the guys that states where I'm telling the players that they have to come. No, they don't have to. They can do it on their own if they want. We have players right now who are trying to find their own sponsorships right now because the company's trying to deliberate or try to restructure through the problems that we're going through at this moment. But as for the empire crumbling, the empire is far from crumbling. It's a chink in the armor. There are other players that are far more proficient, that can excel to the level of Justin Wong and beyond in the different genres that they compete in. And as I stated before, it's more than just competitive gaming.
Now, I like that. That's a great statement. You're a very good businessman. You keep things in order. We all know in the gaming community that you have the ARC, that you run the ARC, that you have all the players come through. People always say that, you recruit people. People say you recruit people from the streets. People say you recruit. This is from what I've been hearing through rumors. Please clarify or justify any of that. That you recruit ex-cons, and this is what I've been hearing. Yeah, wow. This is what a lot of people with felonies. And you pull them in the house, you train them, you take their money. This is what I've been hearing. We all been hearing. You let them work. They don't keep the money, or you get a certain amount of percentage of money. And a lot of people aren't happy who are part of the empire. And Justin Wong left, and then people say Marn left, and they said Justin left and Marn left, and they both have become very successful, better than the empire. But they don't seem to realize where they originated from, which is through you, because I've seen the film, and it really, like I said before, you guys have to see this short film. It's very informative. A lot of questions have been answered through this film, but then some of them have not been answered. That's what we're asking them now. Do you feel betrayed that Justin Wong left you, and have you guys lost your endorsements or your sponsorships?
Okay, the endorsement and sponsorship, I cannot comment on that.
Fair enough.
They're pending. We're working it out. We're trying to salvage some of the endorsements. None of the endorsements have been officially lost yet. We're trying to work those kinks out. As far as us taking in ex-cons or whatever it may be, hypothetically speaking, let's say Empire Arcadia did. At least we're giving people a chance to do something constructive and productive through a passion that they love, rather than returning back to the streets and committing the same thing that got them locked away.
Fair enough.
And that's based off if we actually did that.
Right, that makes sense.
If you look at Empire Arcadia and all the members in it, Empire Arcadia doesn't have any discrimination on any race, creeds, whatever it may be. We take gamers of all walks of life into our organization, and we give them the same chance we would give anyone that the industry would take because the preference of how they look or what race they are. So, and in as a development organization, we have a Mexican, we have a Japanese, we have a Korean, we have a Chinese, we have a Dominican, we have a Puerto Rican, we have an African American. We have gamers of all nationalities in our organization because everyone deserves a chance. This is America. We're in the land of the free, and this is the land of opportunity. And Empire Arcadia is going to exercise that principle of America where others won't.
That was a very, very good answer. Like I said before, TriForce is definitely man to talk to. I have a few more questions to ask. I want to speak to IFC Yipes too in a minute too, and of course Evo Rasan and the whole crew. Everybody, as you can see, they're all still here. They're all still standing strong. The West Coast is definitely doing them when it comes to the fighting community and all this kind of stuff. The East Coast here is not too far behind, so do not sleep on the East Coast because we are here and we are definitely here to stay. I want to talk about Arturo Sanchez. Rumors has been spreading around that he's left Empire Arcadia as well. Is that true or false?
It's a yes or no. He's made statements on publicly on online networks that he has.
I saw his Facebook comment as well.
But he has not set in his resignation letter or his request at the very least. I've told a lot of the players so we can get this cleared up in public.
Definitely.
A lot of people said I'm keeping them against their will in the Empire. Empire Arcadia has subcontracted their images to another company for the use of building a fighting game stick in their name, in which after the probational period for every stick sold, each player on the stick, which is 12 players, get a percentage of the stick sold.
Who are the 12 players?
Issei, Yipes, Sanford, Red, Fighting GM, Fab, Flash Metroid Flow, Ricky Ortiz, Sanford Kelly, and KDZ.
Okay.
And I told them that after the probational period is over with the stick deal and the subcontract no longer compromises with their primary contract with Empire Arcadia, if they wish to resign, I will let them go.
How long is that contract usually for?
September 30th, the probationary period ends.
For everyone?
No, for the stick deal.
Okay.
But the players, due to Justin leaving, do not want to wait because they feel that if they're associated with Empire Arcadia, now that Justin's gone, all their windows of opportunities to get any type of sponsorship is lost. What they don't realize is this. They're all signing sponsorship deals that cover their flight and their hotel, couple $1,000s. Money that they could make at McDonald's for a year. No real money. We're not talking about a $100,000 contract. We're not talking about anything. Don't want to put my business out there, but this movie, we're trying to get this to go to G4, right? If not G4, MTV. If not MTV, BET. Whoever wants to get it, because we want to put this out there so that the mainstream or the world, the general public can get an understanding of what this community and this culture is truly about and how it's evolving. And the money we make from that, I'm going to take that and put it into the company and hire my players to become administrators in the corporation so the corporation can grow, so that they can have a job within the company while they can still play and compete and still love their passion. You mentioned something about the people living at the Ark and I'm taking their money. Let's clear that up.
Yes, please, definitely. People
Okay.
That. Just make sure, let everybody know, put them in their place, let them know.
The Ark is my house, number one. I'm on the lease. Number two, I am the one that built that place after Justin moved out and left it. That place has housed Justin, Sanford, Red, Nightmare, Kraymore, Dominion, Rasan. It has housed so many different gamers who come there, train, try to get their lives together and whatnot. The rent for that house is not an apartment. I have to pay the rent. You saw my light bill in the movie, $1,200. Cable, not to mention food. Then I have to find a way to help them get to the tournaments they need to go to. If you're living in my house and you don't want to contribute to the bills, you need to get out and understand what it is to be a real man and live on your own.
Fair enough.
It's that simple. I don't tell them, give me your money. They contribute the money to the Ark to show how responsible they are. Other people who are saying these fallacious or negative things about the Empire live with their parents. These guys live in the Ark, and they live in the Ark by playing video games, a dream they want to have. But now they're being hypocrites because we're in the spotlight. So when you're in the spotlight, you make fun of people. When these are the same guys like,